Hello friends, today I'm here to share a really cool experiment that's about lasers, and this experiment is called the double slit experiment. So all you need is just like some sort of, not a very fancy laser, just like any type of regular laser. See here, I could create a laser right here, there's a dot right here. Nothing fancy. That's just all you need, and like other types of parts that you can probably find at your home. So what I have here, okay, so one more thing. This thing right here, the rubber bands right here, is is optional. So you don't have to use it. It's fine, but I had a reason to use it. So if you want to use it, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But the real materials that you need is tape and a very thin wire. If you can see it. That's just covering like this laser point, that laser's hole right here, that can create the laser. So it'll just create two spaces, and that is fine. That's all. Alright, so that's all you need, and what do you need to do with this is I have a video hold on. I have a video that I recorded using this with these materials, and it's in the dark, yes, and what I did is shine the laser, and as you see here, it shows some not double slits, you would say. It's showing like some sort of like a pattern, you would say. There's one middle that is the brightest, and some other lights that with some gaps, like a pattern. And there is something to that, and there's an exclamation about this, and it's related to light waves, and this proves that light is a wave. And I will explain it with a whiteboard, with a marker board, you'd say, not a whiteboard, because that's very different. It's a whiteboard that you can use on markers, but I'm going to use a board that I can write with markers. So I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. So I'm back with the marker board, and you might not see it very well because I'm going to make you face downwards so that in that view actually, so that you can see what it actually looks like in this representation. Alright, so I have the marker board right here, and as you see here, I created this representation for you to understand. And just for your information, this is not multiple waves. It's just moving waves of it's just moving waves that are getting from one source to here, the wall, you would say, or an object, and that source is creating multiple waves. It's not creating more waves when it's from here. It's creating waves from here. This is just a movement, but that laser is moving that waves so fast that we don't even know how much waves it's creating. So that's just for your information, that it's just the waves. It's just a movement of waves. That's what I said here, movement of waves. So to start, there's the laser right here, that's the source, and this here, right, this line, this very darkened line right here, is the representation of that wire that I showed you. So that's the best representation, but it could also be like a block right here, but this is a laser, so this would be a little bit different, but like a same representation. So, and this is abstract blocks, just like an abstract like imaginary object right here. It's not like there, but like it's very helpful to know about this experiment. So when it creates these waves, like this separated waves or distributed waves through these slits, and as you see, I said slits, meaning the reason why I said slits is because you see two slits right here, and that's why it's called the double slit experiment, created by Thomas Young. Sorry about that. So that's why you see these slits, and when they come to the end here, they get bigger, kind of, you'd say, and overlap. And that overlap creates this phenomenon because these overlapping waves hit at a certain point. Like this point, 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 and this point, this point. And you see here that there's this gap right here. There's this gap between these points. And that's the reason why you see those that pattern from that recorded video I shared to you. The distance is here through these 2 points, these 2 points, these 2 points. They look the same, and they are, because they are not moving, alright? They stay at the same point. That certain point will stay there and our eyes will trace back. Like they'll go here. Here, let me explain to you about this first. So they hit here, they hit here. They line up here, and our eyes will trace back to see at this wall, and we see this pattern. So this distance right here is the gap, and this superimpose, you would say, the dot right here is called the superimpose, will be the brightness of that light of the laser. Here is the brightness of that light. It will fade a little bit because waves might be, you can say, like, what can I say, like, it spreads apart, you would say. So that's why it gets lighter. But the representation is saying that these points, certain points, the superimposes will create this phenomenon effect. So that's why our eyes see it like that, and thus, that is why it's called the double slit experiment. It's all because of due to this removal of this huge block. So like this used to be like a huge block, and we just removed this. It's all due to that. That's why it can create this type of phenomenon effect. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this experiment and this brief explanation, because this is a really cool experiment and you can try this at home. And I found this experiment from the Action Lab, where this guy showed all types of things. And I want you to watch this channel. It's a really cool channel, and I didn't know about this guy, so I want you to watch him. I'll put in the link in the description below so you can see about him, and I hope you enjoy and have a nice day. Bye!